Hey guys, Tat here. Welcome to my channel. Hope you're all having a wonderful day or evening, whatever it happens to be. Alright, what we got going on here is episode 1 of our Maelstrom playthrough. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump right on into this. So go ahead and sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Alright, roll the intro. Okay, let's just go ahead and jump right on into this. This is the Nexus page for Maelstrom that we are going to be doing the playthrough of. I'm going to go over the the page here, and then during the playthrough and stuff like that, I'll let you guys know what's been going on, why I haven't been able to be uploading anything anymore. But the last request I got was for a playthrough of this mod, so we're going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll explain during all that what's been going on here. So yeah, Maelstrom, fully voiced follower and quest mod. A strange island has risen from the depths of the sea. An expedition to uncover its mystery is already on its way. Following the expedition's footsteps, you uncover a tale of treachery, madness, and dark secrets before you yourself are drawn into the Maelstrom. Before you yourself, probably, are drawn into the Maelstrom. Features a fully voiced acted follower and a multi-part dungeon questline with 2 endings. The requirements, you need to have both Dawnguard and Dragonborn. That's all you're going to need. Maelstrom, the tide is rising. A strange island has risen from the depths of the sea. An expedition to uncover its mystery is already on its way. You are just a little too late to the party. And following the expedition's footsteps, you uncover a tale of treachery, madness, and forgotten secrets before you yourself are drawn into the Maelstrom. This quest mod features a fully voiced acted follower who potentially becomes available at the end of the quest line. During the quest, there is also a second follower with a customed vanilla voice available. The quest itself is inspired by Norse mythology and spans a large dungeon complex and other locations filled with puzzles, enemies, secret areas, and more. Maelstrom is also available for Skyrim Special Edition. You can get it here. Basic stuff. How to start the quest. Talk to the innkeeper of the Winking Skeever in Solitude and asks if he knows about some work for you. Alternatively, you can find a new location along the coastline, which also leads to starting the quest. What awaits you? A fully voice acted follower voiced by Simone Mountain, a secondary vanilla voice follower with some custom dialogue, a multi-part dungeon questline with 2 possible endings and some slight variations, a well-hidden powerful weapon, new dialogue created by editing vanilla voice assets, new enemy variants, equipment, lore and flavor texts, puzzles, and a lot more. Requirements: the latest version of Skyrim, Dawnguard DLC, and Dragonborn DLC. Installation: use your favorite mod manager that can handle a full mod installer, simple as that. Manual installation is also possible by dropping the ESP and BSA files from the archive into your Skyrim's data folder. Uninstalling a mod mid-game is never really a good idea, but if you have no other choice, dismiss the follower you might get from this mod and go to a location which is definitely not part of this mod, example Riverwood. Save game and uninstall the mod with your mod manager, or delete the files you installed manually from the data folder. These are just all videos of it. Features the fully voiced follower. Depending on how the quest ends for you, you can gain a fully voiced companion in the end, so be careful with your choices. She has her own set of dialogue options and use her own follower system, meaning you can use her along any other followers you might have. If she's your follower for several in-game days, she will offer you new dialogue from time to time in which you can learn more about her. Race, custom one. You will find out more once you played the quest. Combat style, she can switch between a melee focused combat style and a magic focused one. You can choose it via dialogue. Spells, perks, and abilities. Spells, fast healing, healing, ice spike, icy spear, bound sword. Perks, mystic binding, oblivion binding, conjuration novice, armsman rank 1, destruction, apprentice adept, expert, dual flurry, rank 1 dual savagery. She also has a custom shout-like ability you can toggle on and off via dialogue. Marriage, sorry, but don't get your hopes up. Protection, she will be essential once she becomes available as a companion. Body type, she uses a standalone CBBE body, but you won't have to worry about armor. The secondary follower. This mod also features a second vanilla voice follower with some custom dialogue you will meet early during the quest. She is a Breton with some healing capabilities, and recommend taking her with you during the first playthrough, but of course this is up to you as she is optional. Technical infos, compatibility. Both followers have their own follower system and they will follow you regardless of any other followers you might have. They won't conflict with any mods regarding followers, but they also will be ignored by them and their respective special features. It's not recommended to use any force recruit manage features from other mods on them, as they certainly will mess things up. So no EFF or AFT or anything like that. The vanilla voice follower will switch to Skyrim's vanilla follower after the questline is complete. Then she could be managed by any mod you like. Okay, so the follower you meet at the beginning, if you keep her as a follower after the quest is complete, then you can manage that one with like EFF or whatever. As of version 1.02, Maelstrom is compatible with realistic needs and diseases. Content warning install options. This mod is intended for a mature audience. A few of the NPCs, including the fully voiced follower, are nude by default. If you don't like this, the full mod installer gives you the option to give the respective NPCs a base set of underwear, which I did because for YouTube you gotta have them underwear on and stuff. Conflict potential. This mod makes no changes to any vanilla records except adding 2 new locations to the world map by editing the cells, and then those are the cells. Only new objects are placed, existing objects are left untouched. And then of course translations, questions and answers, who voiced the follower, the very talented Simone Mountain. What about the other NPCs? Their dialogue was created by editing vanilla voice files. At which level should I start the quest? This is of course hard to say since everyone plays and mods the game differently, but I recommend to be at least level 10. Taking the vanilla voice follower you meet early in the questline will help you also. I'm stuck in the quest, how do I advance? Some parts of the quest are designed to be non-linear. If you're stuck, you are maybe just in the wrong place right now or missing an item or hint laying around somewhere else. Look around and explore everywhere. Unlike vanilla Skyrim quests, the quest marker shows you more where to be next instead of what exactly to do. Some of the names and text are missing characters. Some of the custom fonts for Skyrim unfortunately don't feature all the international characters like the vanilla Skyrim font does, but I wanted the names as close as possible to the original names, so it's a design choice, not a bug. I don't like follower mods, what should I do? The biggest part of this mod is the questline, which can be played and enjoyed without having any of the 2 as your follower. Will you release any presets? No, sorry. Is this mod really lore friendly? It's thematically fitting as Skyrim is already influenced by Norse mythology, and the story told isn't too far off and secluded enough to not meddle with overall lore too much. Can I make a translation of this mod and release it? Sure, only conditions are the translation requires the original mod in order to work, i.e. the translation may only contain the translated files but not the rest, and that credits are given. If you want a link to your translation added to this mod description, please let me know. And of course all his other mods, let's see, credits, special thanks, And that's all of it right there. So yeah, that's going to be Maelstrom. So we're just going to go ahead and I will close out of this and set up OBS for game capture, and I will see you all in game. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and jump right on into this. I already have a character ready and good to go. Let's see here, load this. Not sure, let's see here. Right there, that one. Yeah, I recently made the switch from Finis to Nemesis, and so far I'm really liking it. I have another character that I tested this on that I did the switch mid playthrough like this, and it didn't seem to cause any issues with crashes or anything by changing to a different animation manager basically mid playthrough. So hopefully we don't run into any problems on this character. It didn't on the other one. So let's see here, we don't need the overlay. Turn that off. Yeah, and I was working on the whatever that is, Legacy of the Dragonborn. So I'm over here in Elsewhere. Where am I exactly? Okay. So we need to go to the Winking Skeever in Solitude. So gotta get back to Skyrim here. Talk to me, dude. Let's see. Topal C.
Topal C at Denmark Forest. Joan and Joan smile brightly at the birth of New Elsewhere.
And another thing I'm going to let you guys know right now. I also made another switch recently, which was from 360 controller to the Steam controller. And I've been on it for probably a little over a week and stuff now, and I'm barely starting to somewhat get accustomed to it. It's got a very steep learning curve. Things that I have been reading from people and stuff is some people like it takes like 2 months before you really start becoming proficient with it, because it is so weird. I'm not using the thumbstick, I'm using both D-pads for the movement and the camera. But I was having a real hard time in the beginning, so I had created a character that was a sneak archer, because that's like really slow gameplay and stuff, and just kept hammering away and just refused to go back to the other controller. And I'm starting to get used to it now. When things start getting to go really quick in a fight, I still kind of get a little bit, I guess, flustered or whatever. It's I'm not nearly as quick as I am with like the 360 controller, but I'm definitely getting better at it. So yeah, if some of these fights in this end up being like, what the heck are you doing on my ship, dude? Some of these fights I end up getting kind of spanked or whatever, when it seems like I should have been able to just get out of the way. That's probably why. The main problem I'm running into, I've stuck with the configuration that I came up with. I know where everything's at. I'm not having a problem like what buttons do what I have, you know, mapped to what or anything like that. Where I'm running into problems is the right D-pad for the camera control. Oh great, we have a dragon over there. Yeah, whenever things start getting a little bit hairy and quick paced, I have a hard time getting the camera moved around where I want because of the D-pad. Where did he go? There he is. Are you gonna come play, dude? Oh, that was so close. That's getting pretty far away. Well, he's just gonna fly away now and not play? That's what it looks like. He had to have seen me. He was right above me. Oh, he just disappeared. Dude, you suck. But yeah, anyways, I've gotten proficient enough with the controller that for most gameplay I'm doing alright, but when things start getting really fast-paced like that, I kind of get a little bit confused because I'm so used to a thumbstick and everything, it kind of throws me off. But we'll see how it goes. So we need to go to the Winking Skeever. Let's see here. Arcade. I didn't even remember what deity I was using in this playthrough. Arcade. So Arcade's going to help me with health. And I believe being a devotee, if I die, I get like one instant revival or whatever, like every 10 minutes or something. I don't remember what the devotee of Arcade does. Hopefully I don't die at all, right? Knock on wood. Everything is new compared to my other playthroughs.
Pardon me.
Computer's pretty much new. Internet connection is pretty much new. I mean, everything is new. Complete reinstall of everything. Even a new controller, like we said, it's Steam controller now. So everything is new. That's why I had to take such a big break there. I mean, everything was just a mess. With the internet was really causing me a problem. We got new internet put in out here. They had to.
We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
So I said talk to the barkeep, right?
Not so bad. Daughter keeps me fed.
Are you feeling sick?
My working days are
Oh,
done.
am I sick or something? So we had anything new? I think is what the
Let me think.
the page said to ask him.
Oh, yes. There was that man looking for new blood to hire. Here, take this. He gave me this letter.
Adventurers wanted added.
Remember the Winking Skeever next time you're footsore.
Okay, read the note. Adventurers wanted. Okay, adventurers wanted. For an expedition into the Sea of Ghosts, I'm looking for hired swords, cunning rogues, and skillful mages. Although we will face many risks and dangers, anyone who joins us will be rewarded with a fair share of all treasures we find. You will also receive the generous sum of 100 gold. That's not very generous, dude. Up front once you arrive at our camp northwest of Raven Scar Hollow, before we set sail on the 7th of Frostfall. Scholar Remius of Cyrodiil. So the 7th of Frostfall, and it is now the 14th of Frostfall, so a week ago.
Seems there's
I'm a
always
week
more to
late.
be done.
But yeah, the internet connection, we had new internet put in out here. They had to come out, because I live out in the country, and they had to come out and bury a new cable from the street, you know, dig up my driveway, put a new cable in, all that kind of stuff. Then there was all kinds of problems with that, and they had to keep coming out, and it was just not working. And finally, after I don't know how many visits from those guys having to come out here to try to figure out what was going on, we finally got it fixed. It's you know, it's up now, and it's staying connected. It's running like it should. So that was one issue, and then we finally got that one fixed. The computer, I upgraded it. Basically, the only thing that is the same is the power supply in the computer, the case, the graphics card, and my hard drives are still the same. I added a new motherboard, CPU. I doubled my RAM from 16 gigs to 32, and everything is new. And I added another SSD, because I only had one SSD before, and that's what my operating system and everything was on. So like Steam and all the games were installed onto a HDD, and so I got another SSD, and I was gonna put all the installed games and all that kind of stuff onto I don't even know where I'm going here. Too busy blabbing. Onto the SSD. Okay, so it's up there. Remus's camp. So we need to go up around. Okay. So yeah, I wanted to move everything from the HDD to the SSD, and I tried using the Steam mover, and my recommendation is don't ever use that piece of junk program. That was a nightmare. I went to go move everything from the old hard drive to the new SSD, and of course when it finally finished doing everything, only about half the stuff was moved over to the new drive. So I went and just moved everything back to the original drive, and of course when I went and looked after it was done doing that, I was missing like a half a gig of stuff, and I didn't even know what it was. So I used a different program to just clone the old hard drive onto the new SSD. It's like a clone drive, so that all the paths and everything would still work for like for installed programs and everything. So I did all that. What are you doing, dude? And everything seemed to be working, but there was just little weird things that just weren't right. So I ended up long story short, I ended up just wiping that SSD and just reinstalling Steam, reinstalling all my games, and then reinstalling Mod Organizer 2, and then was the long process of reinstalling all my mods. So I finally got all that stuff done, and I created a character, and I did about 40 hours on that character and didn't have a single crash. So I was like, great, now everything is working just fine. So created another character, and then this character here, and this character is like 20 some hours in, but I've had some crashes on this character, and the only thing that's different really is I added the Skyrim community uncapper, which is really bizarre because I always used the uncapper and I've never had an issue where it's causing crashes. But so I created another profile in another character and took the uncapper off, and on that one I'm 10 hours in and not a single crash. So something is going on where the community uncapper now is causing me to get some crashes. Not a whole lot, but some. So hopefully we won't have any kind of crash issue with this profile. But it has had some crashes. And the only thing I can think of is the uncapper. That's the only thing I've been able to narrow it down to. So, but yeah, that's everything there. And then of course the controller. So everybody now is caught up to date on what's been going on with me
and make this quick.
And why I haven't been able to be uploading anything lately. And now we're just going to go ahead and get in the game, and I can stop blabbing about all that stuff. Let's see here. Where'd you go? Another dragon over there. Fijotli? I don't know, but it's giving me... She's aggroed at me. You dead? I guess so. So are you gonna come play this time, dragon? I wish he would just come over here and just get it over with already. We can get this fight done, and then I can keep going along with this mod. Because I know as soon as I start trying to do anything else, he's gonna come and attack. Well, let's just search her right away. Campsite key. A purse with forged coins. Okay, that's obviously added from the mod. I don't remember anything else having forged coins. Oh, another thing I wanted to say about this mod and this playthrough. This isn't a complete blind playthrough. When the mod first came out, like within the first couple of days, I had saw it pop up, and I downloaded it, and I went through it within that first couple of days, but I was really hammered that night. So I don't really remember much about it. You're just going to circle over there, aren't you? I don't remember much about it. And I do remember that there was one part that I was having a really, really hard time with, because there's a lot of puzzles from what I remember in this. And there was one part that I didn't know if I was doing something wrong or if there was a bug. Well, let's just go ahead and read this journal right now. Okay, completed. Investigate the campsite. Use the boat to reach the island. Turdos. Get out of the way. We have set up the camp near Ravenscar Hollow a few days ago. Some mercenaries have already arrived after reading the notice. Most of them are Nords, good in a fight and when carrying around the supplies, but thick and gullible. They easily fell for the forged coins. Okay, so that's the forged coins. Lilithis did a good job with them. Midas. The island is appearing in my dreams more frequent now. While I know the course by heart, I have gone through the old notes on the first expedition and created a map for the others. Okay, so there's the camp on the bottom left where we're at, and the island is way up north. Turdos, I have gathered all the ingredients needed for the concoction for the ritual to dispel the barrier. Only the required blood sacrifice is missing, but Irdri assured me she knows someone from High Rock who would meet the criteria. Fredos, for now, Broghul has started to bring our supplies to the entrance. It will take us some time to get everything ready. Overall, everything is going according to my plans. Only Eirik, I can't even see what that is. Eirik is giving me headaches with his constant talking about glory, adventure, and honor. He doesn't fit in well here, but his sword arm has proven quite useful so far. Okay, and that's it on that one, so let's go ahead and take that. I can't get on that letter? Huh. Oh, Fijotli's orders. I think I'm saying that right. Fijotli? For the time being, you will stay back alone guarding the camp. If anyone nosy shows up, I'll leave it up to you to make sure they won't follow us. I don't want any overeager adventurers getting in my way. Send your brother and the Breton girl to the island tomorrow. My character's a Breton girl. Are you talking about me? Nah, of course he's not. It's probably this person that he's needing. Please emphasize that he must not lay a finger on her, otherwise you will both regret it. I need her unscathed and unharmed for now. R. P.S. Stay away from the mead. Okay. Fish barrel. Strange smelling mead. I don't know if I should drink that stuff if it's strange smelling. That one didn't say forged coins. Let's see here. Nope. Over here. Strange smelling mead. Damage the target's health by 25 points. Drains the target's health by 3 points per second for 60 seconds. 180 health knocked off. That's pretty decent, I guess. But yeah, so I don't remember a whole lot about the mod. I just remember that there was one part that I just could not get past when I was going through it. And it was kind of towards the end from what I remember, so I was really hammered by then. And I didn't remember if there was some kind of a bug or if I just didn't know what I was doing. So I had to console my way to continue. But it was so long ago and I was so trashed that night, I don't really remember too much about this mod. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and just go through it. I'll probably remember some things here and there, but when we get to the part where I was stuck, I'm sure I'll recognize it and I'll let you guys know that that's where I was.
Who are you?
Discarnate voice. I am me. I'll let you guys know when we get there so we can see if there is a bug or if I just didn't know what I was doing that night. But I do remember there was a lot of puzzles in this, so hopefully we're able to get through and I don't get lost. and have to rely on a looking at a guide or something. Tankard, strange smelling mead. Fijori, wasn't the other one Fijorti or something? Fijori's letter. Fijoltli. I'm afraid that I'll be dead by the time you read this. Something was wrong with the mead. Okay, well that's why it's strange smelling. I'm coughing up blood and can't feel my legs anymore. So I don't think I should take that mead if I'm hurt or something. Don't trust Remius. The gold coins he gave us are nothing but fake, and I don't believe he means for us to leave this place. Yep, forest coins. I can't say for sure what he is up to, but he and his friends only hired us only to be expendable. The only truth in his story seems to be about his earlier expedition to this island. We have found their camp and some of the stuff they left behind, but something is wrong with this place. Its shadows are dark and deep, and I'm afraid of what's hiding in them. Once you find me, I beg you to turn back and don't think about getting revenge like you would normally do. So I'm assuming that they're probably brother and sister or something with the names that's really close like that. Oh, wrong thing. Purse of forest coins. I don't know if we need those for anything or not, or that messed up mead, the tainted mead. But we're gonna keep them anyways for now. It's not like I'm hurting for carry weight space. I don't think I am. Oh, 210 out of 320. What am I have that's so heavy? Iron arrows. I don't need that. Ancient. Okay, that was from the other mod. I may have to put some of this stuff away. Ancient Nord carved armor. I collected that for the museum. That's heavy. Man, I guess I probably should have gone and put a lot of this stuff away in the museum before I came and did this. Oh well, we'll just figure it out here. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get all this stuff out of the way here.
I can feel your presence.
That's just because I'm such a badass that I radiate like energy. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember.
Are you here to help me?
Activate the handle. I'd say I hear spiders.
Now that's how it's done.
Which way did I come from? This way? Yeah. I got turned around there.
Turn around. Leave this place.
I did turn around. Optional, learn more about the expedition.
Come on! Last mistake.
Okay. Let's see. Search him. Broghoul. Broghoul's notes. Guarding the camp as ordered, but also scouting the surrounding tunnels. There's a troll roaming around nearby, so I set up some bear traps along with some fire. This should keep it from getting too close. There's also a sealed off tunnel. I guess a few hits with something sturdy or a spell would open the way. But for now, I will leave it untouched. Remius won't like it if I roam around too much. So there's a troll, a sealed off tunnel that's not sturdy. Lilithis is an annoyance as usual. She's getting restless whenever there's nothing to kill or loot. Although Remius ordered me to keep an eye on her, I don't feel like babysitting. The sooner that, I'm not going to say that on YouTube, the bee breaks her neck, the better. Okay. I'd say he doesn't like whoever that person is. Oh, it said Arcade's rights, right? Yep. And see, that's another thing with this controller. I had to have the sensitivity so high, and when I'm in menus, it's like it moves around so quick. I gotta tinker with this, the settings on this thing, and get it set up even more, but it's good enough for now. Let me get on that. Broghul's orders. Broghul, while I take Girdry, Alric, and the mercenaries with me into the lower levels, you and Lilithis will stay behind guarding the camp. Don't worry about the Nord siblings. Okay, so they were siblings. They should be dead by now, but in case of unforeseen events, I will need you as backup. I will send for you as soon as your presence is required. Until then, don't travel too far into the other tunnels. Keep an extra eye on Lilithis. Her greed tends to make her imprudent. Remius. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take that. Satchel. Nothing we need there. The door is barred from the other side. Barrel. Apples. Gold. Doesn't say it's fake. Ultimate stamina. Remius's Journal Volume 2. Optional is completed. Optional, learn more about the expedition. Mondas, after so many years, I'm finally back at this place where Varus and others found their doom. Our old camp is still there, like it was frozen in time, untouched by the Draugr. Only the dead bodies are all gone and withered away. So Draugr, so I'm going to stick with the fire sword for now. Turdos, we have entered the ritual chamber. As expected, the mystic barrier is still there, but I already have set up my equipment and began brewing the concoction. The last ingredient will arrive soon with Irdri. The undead guards were no match for Alric and the others, and I was able to examine the gate to the lower levels more closely. There are many inscriptions on the walls of the chamber. I expect to find a clue which of the strange runes are required to open the way. Midas, I have discovered a relief containing an indication how to properly set up the pillars. It shows 5 pairs of runes. One of them must be the correct one. Okay, so there's 5 things there, and it says that one of them is the correct combination, basically. Now it is time for some rest. The closer we got to this place, the clearer I can hear her song in my head. For the moment she's silent, but I can feel her presence in the depths. She's waiting. Turdos, everything is prepared to perform the ritual. The supply of virgin blood comes in the form of an annoying Breton girl that Irdri has brought. In her naivety, she believes this is her first big adventure. Well, soon enough she will play her part. Once I fill the basin with her blood and mix it with the concoction, all that is required is to touch the blood's surface. Then the barrier will disperse and I can reach the pull chain to open the portcullis. And that's it for that. So we'll take that with us. Staff of the Healing Hands. I don't have a follower. I don't need it. Pickaxe, mace. Fish barrels is going to have fish stuff, yeah. another pickaxe, axe, that stuff. Nothing in there? Looks like I should be able to... Whoa. Oh, shovel. Firewood. Okay, that's where I came down, so that's where we gotta go. Okay, so, but we are cruising up on the time limit for this episode, so I think this is a good place for us to kill this episode. And I will go ahead and cut it there, and see you guys in the next episode. Alright, thanks for watching. Well guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please smash that like button, and also consider hitting that subscribe button. Again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in future episodes.